What's up, guys? I wanted to do another emblem editor for Black Ops 2 for you. This time this is Ren from Ren and Stimpy. I just got through I'm going to be uploading a Stimpy, so check it out. I didn't have as many layers as I would have liked to have with Stimpy, but this Ren, everything came out pretty good on him. Let me go ahead and go forward and actually try to show you what I used on him. For layer 1, I used a rounded square and I just made it a black background. Okay. For layer 2, I used the bone and I made that his neck and used a fleshy tone, and I'll call it the Ren tone. And just use your best judgment on colorations here. I'm not big in making colors. You guys can play around with the colors. Like I said, you do what you see fit. You do your colors your own way. I'm here for reference. But you can see how I moved around layer 2. Layer 3 was the windsock. I used that on his left ear. You can see the actual skewness of that and how I actually had to rotate that around. Okay. Layer 4 was the golf flag, and I used that for his left side of his mouth area, or if you call it his beak, so to speak. Layer 5 is the half circle, and that was for a continuance around from the beakish area. Now it may make it easier, guys. I'll pause at layer 5. It may make it easier if you go ahead and put in your egg shape for his head and offset it downward from the center just slightly. And you can see that, and that's a circle that's been skewed. I would go ahead and do that first. Now that's just me giving you guys a heads up before we continue. Now we're on layer 6 right now. I used the diamond. Okay. The diamond, I put it on the left hand side of his mouth, and you can see I had to skew it around just a little bit. For layer 7, I used the bone, and for the bone I put it around his ear to kind of give it a shape around his right ear. Okay. For layer 8, of course, it's a full circle that's been skewed around for his head structure, and that gives his head a structure. Okay. For layer 9, I used the golf flag, and it's black. I used it to outline his mouth. Okay. And there's the sizing and dimension. Of course, you have to sketch and skew these around. For layer 10, I used the golf flag again. I basically copied 9, put it to 10, made it the right color, and started moving 10 around until I pulled the black up on the bottom to kind of give a shape for his mouth. And you can see there. For layer 11, I used the windsock that was on his left brow, his left upper brow. You can see how it kind of gave it that shape, and that is black. Okay. And pretty much it's the same thing here. I used it to give the contour, the black behind the number 12 layer, which is of course the windsock. I just gave it a contour for his upper brow. Okay. Now for layer 13 and 14 is his eyes. Layer 13 was a full circle, and I had to egg shape it slightly. And you can see on both of these are a full circle that's been skewed around and rotated, and that gives him his eyes. For layer 15, that was a full circle, and that goes on his right eye, and it's an egg shape. You have to sketch and skew again. For layer 16, another full circle, that's more of a pinkish tone, and that goes just inside the red one. So basically copy that, paste it here, skew it down, and there you go. That give you your right sizing. For layer 17 is his right pupil, which is the full circle, egg sized, pulled it down, and there you go. Not hard at all, guys. For layer 18, the full circle again. Layer 19, full circle again, and it's the same method here as the last eye. Same exact method, just in reverse. Same thing here with the pupil, full circle, black, rotated it around slightly. Okay, because they got that crazy wacky eye. Ren and Stimpy do. For layer 21 is I'm sorry, it's the half circle. I rotated it around and placed it on his right ear, so that's what I used as his right ear. I think that one came out pretty nice, and it's more of a pinkish tone, pinkish purplish tone. For layer 22, I used the quarter circle, and you can see it's right below his right eye, and I had to sketch and skew it around to give it that right shape. Okay. For layer 23, same thing, quarter circle, copy paste, sketch and skew it around, and it's right below his right eye again. This is wrinkling of his brow, his lower eyebrow, or lower eye socket area, I'm sorry. Excuse me. For 24, curved line. And for layer 25, curved line. And you can see they were both black, and they've been skewed around to go on his right upper brow or forehead. You can see where the placement of those two went. For layer 26, I used a quarter circle. For layer 27, I used a quarter circle, and that's the rim of his inner cheek, and you can see it on his mouth area where I placed those. Now for layer 28, let me jump over here to 29 first. Layer 29, I used the triangle wide, and I placed it on his, you'll see on his mouth area, and then once I got it placed to that size, I basically copied it, put it here, changed it to black, and then I come back in from the black and actually done the same thing as I've done in the past videos. If you guys have watched me, I've just basically moved the black around to kind of give it that highlight of definition, and that's basically all you do. Set pink ahead of black, and you're good to go, and you can skew it around and give you any shape, any contour that you need by sketching and skewing any item around. For layer 30, I used a quarter circle, and you can see its placement is on his ear to give it a cutoff on the upper right ear. Okay. Now for layer 31, I used the curved line, and that gave you the top portion of the ear cut away from the head again. That's on top of the head. And for layer 32, I used a curved line to cut his head away from his neck area. Okay. And that is Ren from Ren and Stimpy, guys. If you haven't subscribed to me, please feel free to take the time and do so. This is the Mad Review. I appreciate any and all subscriptions. Please rate and comment. If you have problems doing this, please refer back to the video. Remember, in Black Ops 2, you can save any and all projects that you're working on, up to 10 different emblems. I've actually reached the max and had to start deleting them, which sucked, but whatever. I'm doing this for you guys, trying to make things that you might like. But check me out. I do game commentary, I do your emblem editing, and I do take requests. So if there's something you'd like to see that's not, I'm not doing anything that's just downright filthy. I don't do that crap. The Cartman one showing his butt's about as bad as I get. But take the time to go ahead and subscribe, and I hope this has actually been helpful to you. Again, this has been the Mad Review. You guys take it easy.